Hi everybody. I figured it was time to demystify the PEG, P-E-G. The PEG is the apparatus that sits in my stomach that essentially has been keeping me alive for, well over 12 months now. And because I've just started up a GoFundMe campaign to raise some finance for me to research and continue to delve into creating this cookbook for people with dysphagia, which is an issue with swallowing. I thought I'd better demystify the PEG scenario. And sorry about always doing this in the bathroom, but it seems to be the best, easiest place for me to do it. So yes, apologies for that. The PEG in your stomach. Now, for those that are queasy, look away now, but the PEG sits in your stomach. It has a balloon on the other side and it has a length of pipe. Mine's actually very short. Yes, I'm still talking about the pipe, the tube. Some people have quite long ones and they literally pour food into it. So on the other side of this little button here in my tummy, there's a balloon. The balloon's inflated and it ensures that this all sits up flush. Couple of ends on here. Mine's gone yellow from all the turmeric I've probably been shoving down it. There are 3 bits here. I alternate between putting things, and this doesn't really mean anything. The white one is where you blow the balloon up. Apparently, according to one of the support groups on Facebook, I can deflate it there, but not going there. I fainted when I had my ears pierced, so there is no way knowing I'm going to start mucking around with the PEG. Once upon a time I used to pop it down my pants just to keep it out of the way. Now, thanks to my sister, she said, why don't you stick it in your bra? So I now stick it up in my bra, and mostly people don't know I've got it. I mean, you can see it through this top, but this is my running top and exercise top, so it's a bit clingy. I'm transitioning at the moment off what I call artificial food, which is this pre-made multi-fibre fortisip, which I've been living on for the past 12 months. I'm meant to have 8 of these a day. Now, I can tell you now, at the beginning it was almost impossible for me to drink them. You use a syringe like that. I like the way I'm colour coordinated, and here's one I prepared earlier. So the syringe actually sticks on the end of that PEG, and you literally pump it in like so. I have been administering water, my meds and food through this PEG in my stomach. It is my next goal to get this PEG out of my stomach because it does inhibit me from doing a few things, like I don't like running with it much, hot yoga, swimming. I was told not to go swimming with it, although I've since found out recently that may or may not be the case, but I'm not going to risk it just due to infection and stuff. So I'm transitioning, or trying to transition off all this artificial food at the moment onto fresh fruit and vegetables. And I'm doing that with the help of a woman called Ellie Brown, who's based in Las Vegas. She's inspired me to get over my dislike of smoothies and get into it. So my smoothies generally have a banana, about 6 strawberries or blueberries, a handful of green spinach. I always put green in it, a protein powder, turmeric for inflammation. I'm putting cyprium bark in mine too for some issues I've got with my throat and swallowing issues. I put cinnamon in it to control my blood sugar levels. I put oat milk in it and peanut paste, crunchy because I love it, it makes me cough, and coconut butter. So that's a general smoothie for me for breakfast, and that'll keep me going till lunchtime. After that, I try to eat food where I can. If I'm really tired or I just can't be bothered, I will reach for one of these. But yeah, they won't take my PEG out until I can prove that I can maintain my weight without using this PEG at all, without using the syringe at all. So that's my next goal. So I hope that kind of clears up a bit of mystery around my PEG and how I eat and how I drink. And believe it or not, the worst thing or the hardest thing for me to swallow is water and cups of tea, unfortunately. So I practice. Beer seems to go down alright, as does Pimm's and dry. Always the way. Okay, thanks. Any questions, please drop me a line in the link below. But yeah, hopefully you'll get to see the end results of this cookbook that I'm doing, and the recipes and tips and tricks that I learned to get myself through this very challenging journey. Okay, good weekend everybody. See ya.